Harihi Om Tatsat. Harihi Om Tatsat. Harihi Om Tatsat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. This is a point from Bhagavad Gita which I must have discussed on various occasions here as well as elsewhere. But even then, people do not get the message, and even if they get the message, they don't absorb it and make it their own as a functional part, of their life, activities and interactions. While introducing Karma Yoga, many of you may think Karma Yoga, Karma Yoga, Karma Yoga. What is actually Karma Yoga? Karma Yoga is a science which you can practice, not getting away from your daily activities and interactions. You can pursue the spiritual pursuit while remaining active and interactive in the world. As long as you have food, you cannot avoid activity, because whatever food you consume will be converted into energy in the form of cells in the body. And these cells are utilized only through activity. So activity is proportional to the food that you take. Can you imagine anybody to live in this world without having food and nourishment? In that case, he will have to be active and interactional. So interaction and activity cannot be avoided by anybody. You take sannyasins in established institutions. Are they not doing intense activities? In our ashram, we have so much of work that nobody is able to do enough to complete the work. They become so tired, they lack sleep, that in the satsangs, many times they go to sleep. So much of work is there. How can we regulate our work? It all depends upon how many people come to the ashram, how many people write to us. We have our own magazines to run. Two magazines we run from Thrissur, one from Jamshedpur. It's a very regular work. I think for bringing out a publication like a magazine, it requires 15 days effort. Another 15 days for Malayalam, 15 days for English. Then administrative and management work to run the ashram. We have about 30 or 40 people working for us. All of them have to be looked after. Work has to be allocated. Supervision is to be done. Management and organization are there. So it becomes quite a load. And how can we regulate it? Can we ask people, don't come? It is all completely left to chance or providence. So I console our people saying that, don't say you have too much work. Because in the 24 hours of the day, with 2 hands and 2 legs and 2 eyes and 2 ears, how much work can you do? You will do only whatever is possible. So don't say I have done excess work. Because you are to work within the framework of 16 hours of the day, keeping apart 8 hours for sleep. And in the 16 hours you have other kinds of work also. So nobody can and should say, I work too much. What is this too much? Are you working beyond the 24 hours of the day limit? So I always ask them, and they have no answer to give. So in the entire Karma Yoga, Sri Krishna presents one proposition. That is something very important. You are not supposed to take up Karma Yoga as a pursuit and fix a time frame for completing it. Not at all. See what Krishna says. Neha bhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyade swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahado bhayat. This Karma Yoga is a beautiful pursuit where two defects which the performance of karma always carries are not there. They are looked after. What are the two defects? Abhikramanasha. Abhikramanasha means loss of effort. Suppose you plan a program of work and you do it. Something goes wrong, including weather and other factors, and you are not able to complete it due to some adversity or the other. So all the work that you have done has become waste. That kind of a wastefulness is not there. Miscarriage is something very important in the field of abhikramanasha. You plan for a family, the female member of the house conceives, everything is done, and suddenly something goes wrong and there is a miscarriage. So it's a loss of effort. In agriculture, everything is looked after. Arrangements are made to see that irrigation is done, etc. Suddenly there is no rain. Even in the catchment area there is no water. And the paddy or wheat, it is about to be harvested in 15 or 20 days. Due to watering some 2 or 3 more times, everything will be safe, but you have no possibility. This is called loss of effort. And what is called pratyavayo na vidyade. Pratyavaya means adverse result. An adverse result is, in medicine it is often possible. Even the expert doctors sometimes treat and sometimes it misfires. I know of instances where a patient was admitted to the hospital and suddenly next day he is declared dead. What has gone there? Nobody is able to explain. There are some special injections to be given. The name of the medicine is such that it resembles another name also. So the doctor will say, give procaine, and the nurse listens to it as crocaine, and some is misadministered, the patient dies. It can happen there. Barium sulfate and barium sulfide, the two are entirely different. So they have to write with special attention sulfate instead of sulfide. So these two dangers are not there in Karma Yoga. If these two dangers are not there in Karma Yoga, then what more do you want? Karma Yoga is the best. Performing all kinds of work with Yoga Buddhi, Samatva Yoga Buddhi, is the best way of doing work. You have no concern, no anxiety, no fear, nothing at all. Now the question is Karma Yoga to be done in a particular time frame? No. You may live for 50 years. You start doing Karma Yoga today. In all the 50 years, only after 30 years it will fructify. ऐसा कुछ है क्या? कुछ नहीं है. जितना संभव उतना ठीक है. He says, स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. इस कर्मयोग का थोड़ा सा अंश भी यदि तुम कर सकते हो, थोड़ा सा अंश स्वल्पम अभी त्रायते महतो भयाद, बहुत बड़ा भय, उस भय से तुम मुक्त हो सकते हो थोड़ा सा करने से. So you are not expected to do too much. Even a small portion of karma yoga will be able to relieve you and give you sufficient joy, contentment, peace and fulfillment. So इतना सुंदर है, इतना सरल साफ है, थोड़ा सोच लीजिए, इसके प्रति विचार विमर्श करना चाहिए. साधारण रूप से हम काम करते आ रहे हैं, वो किस प्रकार का काम है, हमारा मन काम के प्रति क्या सोच रहा है, किस भाव से हम करते हैं, थोड़ा अच्छी तरह विचार विमर्श करके समझना चाहिए. और काम करते समय मन लगाकर कर्मयोग नामक जो सिद्धांत है, वो सिद्धांत किस प्रकार है, उसका प्रयोग किस प्रकार हो सकता है. सभी कर्मों के साथ हम कर्मयोग लगा सकते हैं. योग एक बुद्धि है. क्या बुद्धि है? समत्व बुद्धि है. बुद्धि को सम करना चाहिए. किसके प्रति? इष्ट और अनिष्ट, राग और द्वेष. नुकसान और विजय, लाभ, इन सभी ऑपोजिट परस्पर विरोधी द्वंद्व है ना, द्वंद्वों के प्रति मन में एक समभाव लाना चाहिए. समत्व बुद्धि है योग का रहस्य, योग सिद्धांत का रहस्य. उस समत्व बुद्धि को यदि हम अपने कर्मानुष्ठान में लगा सकते हैं और समत्व बुद्धि योग के अनुसार सभी काम करते आ रहे हैं, तब कोई नुकसान कभी नहीं होगा, लाभ ही लाभ होता रहेगा. कितना सुंदर है, कितना सरल है, कितना साफ है. थोड़ा अच्छी तरह सोच लीजिए. इन दोनों शब्दों को काफ़ी मन लगाकर समझना चाहिए, आत्मसात करना चाहिए. नेहाभिक्रम नाशोस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते. यहाँ इसमें अभिक्रम नाश नहीं, प्रत्यवाय भी नहीं. अभिक्रम नाश का अर्थ क्या है और प्रत्यवाय का अर्थ क्या है? जितना तक किया है वो अपूर्ण होकर फल न देकर नष्ट हो जाता है, यही है अभिक्रम नाश. दूसरा है, कभी कभी किसी कारण से जो काम करते हैं उसका विपरीत फल हो जाता है, वही है प्रत्यवाय. ये दोनों सभी कर्मों के साथ लगातार चालू है. इस दोनों का पूर्ण परिहार है कर्मयोग नामक सिद्धांत में. इसके प्रति थोड़ा सोचने से अच्छा है, विचार विमर्श करके समझ लेना चाहिए. नेहाभिक्रम नाशोस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. हरि 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 ओम तत्सत. जय गुरु, जय गुरु, जय गुरु. सभी का कल्याण हो. ठीक है.